Oh, okay. Well, look who's here. Look who's still here. Old Beastie. The old beast just made it. You were all tangled up outside, weren't you? Jeez. Poor dog. Yeah. Poor dog was just tangled up on the old, downspout, I guess it was. Poor doggy. Poor doggy. I'm sorry, babe. We'll get some bacon in your belly, make you feel better. I don't know how live I am. Hand grip. Make it liver. Oh, that's just gonna have to be live enough. Oh, careful, beast. Okay, so. Welcome to an episode of me.
Are not supported.
Whoa! What's happening there, kids?
The study had not undergone.
Yowzer! That study had not gone underneath something there. I was going for kitchen TV, bud. The rainy day warranty episode. Oh, dude, I haven't done anything yet. I haven't done a thing. Okay. Haven't cleaned the coffee pot. Okay. Haven't take the recycling out, so we're gonna try real hard to avoid filming the recycling. That's the recycling is overfilled by so much that it's currently turning into trash. So we're gonna rinse this out real quick. Had some rain come through the last few days, so for reasons I don't understand in my life. Apparently one of my hobbies is dealing with warranties, and you got to be dedicated to claim a warranty. That's just not a thing for the faint at heart. You need a solid day to deal with warranty claims. So I collect all my broken shit that requires warranty claim work, and then I wait for like a rain day, and I spend the whole day on hold. I kind of laugh. Apparently it's my hobby. It's like what I do. I talk to corporations and make them send me stuff because they have a contract with me called a warranty. Whatever. So there'll be some upcoming videos, apparently. I'm trying to think how to start. So I've got what do you got it called? The Rigid. You guys are familiar with Rigid? The Rigid batteries, cordless tools, the Rigid. They sell at the Home Depot. And they got this thing called a lifetime service agreement or whatever. Whatever. Like years and years ago, I was like, oh, guaranteed for life? Well, that means buy once, cry once, right? You buy one, and you use it till it breaks, and they send you a new one. Like, oh, that's amazing. And then, a bunch of stuff's changed over the years, where the way they do their warranties, and the online, and this and that. To their credit, how am I? I'm good. To their credit, they always come through, but it always takes about a week and a bunch of endless phone calls. So after the last, fiasco of dealing with Rigid, I was just like, I'm going to give it a few months before I warranty anything else. I had some more stuff that was like batteries or whatever. I warranted some batteries, and they were giving me a bad time about it. We don't think that you have these batteries. I was like, dude, I got the receipt. I got the thing registered. I don't even know what your problem is. Just send me my goddamn batteries, basically. And they finally did. And the whole time I was fighting with them, I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure I got 3. And they're like, no, you got 2. And then, when it was all said and done, turns out I had 3, and I only warranted 2. But, they sent me new good batteries. It's well, the new good batteries are way better than the old shitty ones. So, I was I'll just give it a few months, let these people, breathe or whatever. And they have the online warranty. You go online and you warranty online. So I did that. And it was like, okay, thanks. It was basically, is your shit broken? Yep. Okay, we'll send you some new ones. We'll get back to you in 24 hours. I was like, oh, okay. This is before the rain day. 24 hours or whatever went by. Nothing happened. I was like, oh, I got to call these people. Oh, God. Normally it's put on hold, wait forever. I call, it rings, they answer. I was like, oh my God, you answered. Yeah, well, how can I help you? And I told him the story, and the guy was like, well, yeah, it says you started the warranty claim, and we just, for some reason, though, it didn't get ordered. Weird. And I'm like, oh, for some unknown reason, the replacement battery just didn't get ordered. Well, can we just get that ordered? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And I was like, well, on a side note, you're replacing these obsolete batteries that don't work anymore. These nickel cadmiums or whatever that I bought with multiple toolkits. I got multiple chargers and all this. Like, and you're sending me these new lithium batteries. Like, what am I supposed to charge those with? Like, how's that work? Now, granted, I do have lithium chargers, but like, how's it work in life? Like, do you suppose that I have them, or do you know that I do, or you say, hey, but you have them already, or like, what do you think about that guy on the phone? He's like, yeah, we're supposed to send chargers anytime we switch you over to a new battery. We're supposed to send you a charger for it. I was like, oh, okay, well, can you send me a charger? I was like, you need to send me one of them little cheap, flimsy ones, or like, because the one you're replacing is like a really nice charger, like a big old monster charger. Oh, we can send you a dual volt or dual chemistry, blah 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 blah, or whatever. I'm like, okay, just do that. And I said, well, I got you on the phone. I got this other problem. I got one more of these old style batteries, and it's not holding a charge anymore. What can we do about that? It's for a screw gun thing. This little itty bitty like household screwdriver. And then right there, the phone just shuts off. I'm like, what? What just happened there? Like, disconnected? That's not cool. Try to call back. Get on hold. Just like, blah, blah, blah. Actually, what I was getting was, office hours are, and it's like, office hours, it's past office hours. Like, can we just like answer the phone, or like, I don't understand what's happening. I was kind of get a little upset because like the dude was like in the middle of the order, and then like the phone went dead. I don't even understand what's happening right now. Like, I just couldn't figure it out. Like, I couldn't figure it out. Press the button for call back or whatever. Call me back. Getting my bacon Ziploc out. Oh, we'll call you back. Whatever. Pinky promise. We're gonna do the old half slab of bacon here. I'm not sure what's up with this plastic bag. It's like loose. That's kind of freaking me out a little bit. It just came out of the freezer though. Should be fine. Should be fine. What's the worst that could happen? So, whatever. I tried the text message. Oh, due to caller volume, it's not blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I don't understand what's happening. I kind of gave up on them. Next day, it's like another rain day. It's like, oh, call him back. Like 20, like, second attempt. I did some other stuff, but I'm going to finish this story with Rigid. Get this thing warming up. This has got pancake oil on it still, so we're going to get that warm, and then we're going to wipe it down. Call him back, and like, obviously don't get through, get nobody, and like, I filled out the customer survey thing. It's like, how was your experience? Like, garbage, like, like, got disconnected, couldn't get back through, kind of frustrating, blah, blah, blah. And then like, the next day I was like, I'm getting through these goddamn people. I don't give a shit. I tried every combination of every button press that I could come up with that was like reasonable, And like, I can't get through. Just can't get through. Then all of a sudden, like, the phone rings. It's like, hey, this is like so-and-so from Rigid. How can I help you? And I was like, oh, yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of you guys for like 2 days. Like, not sure what's happening, but man, it's kind of difficult to like finish up my business when I can't talk to anybody. And like, the person on the phone's like, oh, yeah, no, we lost the internet yesterday. They sent everybody home. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't know that. So that's weird. It's like, yeah, we're just getting back up, and we're calling people back. And I was like, oh, there's probably going to be like a queue of like 7 or 8 callbacks. Because I kept trying over and over. He's like, well, if you're in the queue for 7 or 8 times, we're going to call you back 7 or 8 times. And I was like, oh, whatever. So asked him, like, well, what's the deal? Like, oh, yeah, we saw that. And he came back the next day, and he's got it ordered for you, and it's ready to go. And I was like, oh, yeah, shouldn't I get like an email update on that or something? Oh, yeah. This was days ago. I still haven't got the email update. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I was like, well, when I was talking to him, when the phones went down, we started talking about my household screwdriver. It's an electric screwdriver. it's not like a heavy duty screw gun. You don't take it to work or anything. It's like oh, I got a screw loose. It's like a handheld screwdriver. It swivels. But it's the old battery and it doesn't hold a charge anymore. But it's got that lifetime warranty. You know, and I was like, how do you guys like? Do you keep those batteries on hand, or you got a new equivalent battery? And this it kind of goes like got a little silent, like because like I don't know if this screw gun was actually sold individually. Like I don't know how. I got it in a kit. Like it was a 2 pneumatic trim gun kit, and it came with a little screw gun and a battery and a charger. And it's like the thing hasn't been used much. The guns or the tool is still a good tool and everything. It's just like I need a battery for it. So well, I can put you on hold, and I'm like, whatever, put me on hold. That's fine. I've been on hold before. You know, hold please. She comes back. She's like, well, bad news. We don't carry that anymore. There's just no way we can do anything about that. So we're just gonna give you your money back on it. And I was like, well, how does that work? Because like I don't remember what it cost, or like, you know, I just. And then I started thinking, like, because this thing's like, I didn't buy it last week, you know. Like, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this thing came in a kit with like some pneumatic guns. Like, how does it? I mean, I don't even. I'm just curious. Like, how does that work? Like, how do you figure that out? Do you take the price of the kit, divide by 3, or divide by 1/4, or how do you do it? Like, like I don't understand. And the lady was kind of like, oh, yeah, hold please. Puts me on hold. Comes back. And goes, well, there's no really way that we can divide it by whatever, so we're just going to give you your money back on your kit. And I was like, what? You're just going to give me the money back on the kit, but like, I still use those guns. They work fine. Like, am I going to lose my warranty on my guns, or my nail guns? And she's like, yeah, I don't know. Let me think about it. Hold please. Because it's like, if you refund what I bought, I assume that I lose my warranty, but like, to lose a warranty on pneumatic guns seems a little excessive. Like, I wasn't really sure what to think. I mean, I was just kind of baffled, you know. I didn't, like, were they going to give me my money back and tell me to go buy pneumatic guns? Like, rebuy them to get the warranty on them or something? I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. That just seemed like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love me some new pneumatic guns, but like, I need to replace my guns, like, I need to be kicked in the teeth because there's nothing wrong with them. It's like, waste not, want not type of deal. Man, I don't know what is on this. This oil is not coming up. You see how it's like a little... Sorry, I'm starting to focus here. I'm focusing. I gotta get a better brittle cleaning apparatus. There we go. And she like put me on hold, and she came back, and she's like, "No, I think we can figure out a way to keep your warranty on your tool, your nail guns or whatever." And then I'm just like, okay, like I still was just. What is on this goddamn griddle, dude? It's not coming off. This is crazy. Sorry. I'm trying to talk and do this, but like, it ain't coming up, man. It's like tar. I cook pancakes on this. How can it be so stuck? That is the craziest shit ever. It's everywhere now. Sorry, I'm freaking out. Like, I don't know what that is, but it's like brown and it's accumulating. Jesus Christ. It's freaking me out, dude. I'm freaking out. Can't multitask that well. I'm pretty good at it, but... anyways. So allegedly, they're sending me a check in the mail for the purchase cost of the whole kit, and then keeping the warranty on the original guns. I'm just like, how how much? What? And I kind of asked her, I was like, so should I start shopping for a new screw gun? Or like, what am I supposed to do right now? Like, we don't make a screw gun anymore. We make impact drivers. I was like, well, this is definitely not an impact driver. This is like a thing for your kitchen, you know? Like, it's not a, I can't describe it. It's not heavy duty. Well, it kind of is, but it's like, it's just an electric screwdriver. Does that make sense? Whatever. So then, like, I went online to check, because, like, Rigid, like, they keep a tally of all your tools that you own. Apparently I got, like, 9 pages of Rigid tools. It's kind of weird, but I do. And, there's a part in there called claims. And I have all these, like, open claims that, like, haven't been, I don't know, finished or fulfilled, or I don't even know, but, like, one of them was, like, that impact driver from a few months ago. Well, the date on that changed to that day, so now it's like October 13th. And I'm like, what? Like, why does the impact driver claim say October 13th now? Like, just the other day it didn't say that. Dude, I don't know what. Is this the vegetable oil? Like, I don't even understand. Like, how could it be so grimy? Like, it's all on the tray there. F it. Here we go. Okay, I need to get some coffee. I mean, I'm telling stories and cleaning griddles with no coffee. Oh, please. So anyways, I guess I'm getting a new battery, allegedly, and maybe a charger. I have no idea. Because none of that, I haven't got any emails, no confirmations, nothing. Just like, person on the phone said, oh yeah, that's all happening. Okay. Well, I learned over the years that just because they say it on the phone doesn't mean it's happening. So we'll find out. That'll be fun. That's the first one. The next one was just like, wasn't even calling for a warranty necessarily. I was calling to find out about parts availability and like how to fix something. So like, this is a whole nother company, whole other story. So there's a company called Works, WORX. And I own 2 of their products. Well, that's not true. I own 1 of their products. I own a leaf blower. My father owns a couple of their leaf blowers, and a buddy of mine owns one of their chainsaws on a stick. And like work stuff, like, I don't know how to describe it. Infomercial, that's how I first found out about Works. It was like the infomercial, like, oh, it's really action-packed infomercial. We're gonna cut some leaves. We're gonna with the easy, and it's like, my mind was always like, man, what a gimmick. I always thought it was like gimmicky shit. And then like, I got their blower, and it's like, damn, this blower kicks ass, dude. The thing just blows leaves. I had a plug-in kind because sometimes I just like my stuff to work. I don't want to have to be like, oh, I wonder, how do I make this work? Like, I use an electric blower inside my garage to blow my garage out, because if you run gas-powered blowers in your garage, the fumes come out, and I've got a carbon monoxide detector in my garage, and the leaf blower will set that thing off. So it's just, I just don't do that. Okay? So like, my leaf blower is my garage blower. Anywho's, I was blowing the garage out, and like, it was a while ago, a couple weeks ago, whatever. And it was like, woo, constant RPM, woo, and then all of a sudden it went like, woo, and then like, and like, made a bunch of sad, crazy, like, this isn't working, and then like, a bunch of smoke started shooting out the end of it. And it's like, well, that's not good. That's an electric plug-in leaf blower. Typically, the amount of smoke that you'll have in one of them situations is very limited because, it's electric. There shouldn't be a lot of smoke coming out of an electric device. So that was a little alarming for me. Obviously, shut it off right away, you know. Is this like, what kind of piece of bacon is this here? This is like some sort of like mystery bacon piece. Get that this frozen. We're gonna thaw that. So when it made its smoke appearance, I obviously like took it apart and looked inside, and basically what had happened was You got your electric motor that spins, 2 bearings on either end, and then the magnets and all that shit. The top bearing seized. Well, they'd put these these bearings in rubber bushing-y things, kind of like they're like vibration isolators for a better user experience, if you will. Well, when the bearing seized up, it started spinning. It seized to the shaft, no longer acting as a bearing. Then the outside of the bearing started spinning inside the rubber boot, smoking the rubber, making a smoke fire of rubber, like the rubber was shooting out. Kind of weird. I mean, shit happens. At the time, I wasn't really like, oh man, this work stuff, this bearing. I mean, a little bit, but like, I kind of also realized that like sometimes bearings fail. Like it just happens. Like sometimes shit happens. I don't know what caused it to happen, but it happened. I just wanted to call and say, like, is the size of this bearing like available to me somehow? Like, can I get that information so I can just like go to the store that sells bearings and buy a bearing and like try to pop this thing off or whatever? It can't be that complicated. I mean, it was stuck as shit on there, obviously. I just realized I don't have all my lights on yet. I'm just sitting here chatting away about random shit. Apparently Dog decided she's just going to lay right here on the kitchen floor waiting for her bacon. That's fine. Gotta find the plug real quick. Oh, come on, paper, get out of the way. More lights, please. God damn it. So, like, I'm going to call the 1-800 number. First, the girl answers the phone. Super friendly. It's like, oh, she's real friendly. Didn't have to wait. It's like, oh, this is not like what I'm used to at all. Spoke in a concise, clear form of English that I understand. And then I explained what happened. She's like, oh, that doesn't sound right. Let me put you on a hold for a second. Because I explained to her, I think I come with like a 3-year warranty, and this thing was like 3.5 years old or something. Maybe not quite that. It was outside the 3-year window. And I realized that. I already checked into that. She came back and she's like, well, we're not really happy that your blower started blowing smoke out of it. So, we're going to send you a new blower. Like, that's not right. And I was like, whoa, really? Like, I was just calling to figure out, could you tell me, parts available or how does that work type of deal. And she's like, unfortunately, the blower that you've got, we don't have any right now, so we're going to send you a different blower. And this is the part I'm not sure about, whatever. She said it's an upgrade, that's fine. It's the kind of upgrade I don't need, because I just use it to blow the shit out of my garage. This is like a mulching vacuum blower. Whatever. Supposedly it's got similar abilities as the one that failed, but from my view, it was I was outside warranty window. I wasn't asking for warranty, and they're sending me a blower, so I was like, shit, no sweat. I'm not going to get in an argument about, oh, you're not sending me the replacement of my blower that's not even under, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, I want, I was just like, you send me whatever you want, cool with me, sounds good. And it all was like, yay, that's working out. Cool, I'm getting a new leaf blower. That'll be here next week. I'll make a video about that. And I was sitting there shooting the shit with the lady. And I was like, well, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed with the way you guys handle your business. This is not what I expected at all. Normally when you call into a company, it's wait on hold, get a person that doesn't maybe speak the kind of English that you're familiar with, so it's real hard to communicate. Get hassled, all this crazy shit, Instead, it was make a phone call, answer the phone, a human being that I can understand answers the phone, and they go above and beyond. It's that's pretty cool. And I said, I'll let you know. I got a YouTube channel. I'm going to make a video about this, and you guys are going to look really good in this video, because it's true. It's amazing what they did. They had no reason to do that. And she's like, oh, great, that's fantastic. And I was like, all right, well, have a great day. Talk to you later. Like almost immediately I get an email from them. It's like, oh, hey, could you send us a link to that video that you make? And I was like, yeah, no problem. I'll send you a link to it once it's done. Cool. And then like the next day I get a phone call from Works. Like, hey, this is Works calling you. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up, Works? And they're like, yeah, no, we're just following up, making sure everything's going great for you. Got a quick question for you. Could you send us that blower that's damaged? Like, we want to know what happened, because like we don't like our stuff failing and we want to figure out what's going on. And I was like, I'll tell you what happened. The bearing failed and then seized, and I don't know, whatever. Like, yeah, no, I appreciate that, but could you send it to us so we can look at it? We want to have our technicians look at it and try to diagnose it. And I was like, that's fine. He's like, okay, we're going to send you a label. And I was like, I don't really have a printer. He's like, well, we'll send you a label. You just put it in the box, the new blower comes in, and then just drop it off at FedEx. And I'm thinking, all right, FedEx across town. Yeah, I could do that, Really don't want to, but like, whatever. I'm a team player. And I explained, like, yeah, I can drive across town for you guys, no big deal, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, cool, man, appreciate it. It's like, is there anything we can do to, like, is there anything else we can do for you, like, make you happy or whatever? And I was like, really? Yeah, there is. Why don't you send me one of them leaf attachment kits that I can blow my gutters out that I saw on your website? And the guy's like, oh, give me 1 second. Puts me on hold, puts back, he's like, sure, no problem. We'll send you one of those. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, you're doing shit for us. You're sending us that thing back so we can like take a look at it, figure it out. You don't have to do that. We'll send you one of these kits. I was like, cool, man. Ask you shall receive. If the guy could have told me no, and I'd have been like, okay, no big deal. So we'll see. I don't think it actually fits the blower they're sending me. He kind of told me, he's like, well, that blower, they have what's called a universal adapter that'll fit any blower. It's like a cloth adapter thing. I mean, what I'll end up doing is, most likely what I'll do is, when I bought that used Stihl leaf blower the other day, the guy had built a custom extension to blow combines out, and when he built it out of like a Stihl OEM tube. He bought a second tube and then attached it to it so like he could switch between the two. So I've got a spare click-on Stihl. So what I'll do is I'll figure out how to use that extra tube from Stihl, and I'll put the leaf blower gutter attachment thing on it. So that's pretty cool. So I was like, damn, I'm knocking it out of the park on these warranty claims. And like the other day, I was hanging out with Boss Man, and he had his tape measure out, and he pulled his tape measure out, and the tape measure cut his finger. And he's like, ah, my finger! I was like, what? You cut your finger on a tape measure? And he was like, yeah, the damn thing cut me. And I was like, well, what's going on? He's like, well, the tape's broken. I said, haha, that's a warranty item. But I'm not going to call and warranty your item on my behalf, because it ain't mine. So I had to go to his house and use his phone, and I called for him and just used his name because it's his shit and his address. Because he's the kind of person that would just be like, fuck that thing and throw it away. But whatever. So new tape measure, 2 weeks coming. All right, so let's check that off the list of things. And what's next? Well, years ago, I bought him a combination square from Sears Craftsman, right? It's like the kind of square that slides up and down the 12-inch ruler. And we've been getting in fights over that thing about who's not making the line square, and is it not working, and lining shit up. And it turns out it's starting to something's wrong with it. It doesn't work right. It pops out a square. I'm not really a tool technician, but the thing don't work right. It still stays in, but it's popped. And then you can pop it back in. It's that ain't right. The whole Sears Craftsman thing, that's all whatever it is now. Right? Who knows? So I was like, well, this is going to be a doozy. So I was like, started thinking about it. I was like, man, I think, because like, I know I bought that thing and I just gave it to him as like a gift or whatever. Like, here, you need this. I just gave it to him. I was like, I bet I kept the, like, I don't know what it is about the way I was raised or whatever, but I was definitely brought up under the idea that like, you got to keep your paperwork, otherwise you don't have, you're on your own. If you don't have paperwork, you're on your own. So like anything that says lifetime warranty on it, I keep the paper. And I learned you got to keep like just not just like the receipt. You got to keep the thing that actually says lifetime warranty, because I've gone through that circus before. It's like, dude, I bought this thing. Well, I don't have a lifetime warranty. That's just a receipt. And it's like, well, but I'm pretty sure it did. And like, I've been through that circus before, so. I just find whatever on the package that has the serial number and the word lifetime warranty, I keep on one piece of paper and I put it in my file. I do, for everything. So I dug through my files. I found the original package for that slip square, the combination square, found it. Looked at the telephone number for Craftsman, called them up. Had to go through the automated, well, I guess I could back this up. The tape measure was a DeWalt. And the last time I warranted something through DeWalt, I ended up making a phone call basically to India, which was like, that was fun. And the echo from going halfway around the world was such that I could barely hear the dude. And then like, nothing against people from India, but like, your dialect isn't the same as my dialect, so I'm sure that it's hard for you to understand me, and it's hard for me to understand you, but like, that conversation was one of the more difficult conversations I've ever had in my life. There was an echo, craziness, and like, whatever. But this time when I called, it was all automated. It was like, enter the model number, entered it, enter your name, or don't say your name, said the name, and like, Jesus. No human interaction, just a couple of clickety-clacks, answers questions, blah, blah, blah. And the tape was sent. Automatic. I was like, that's not a bad system. Okay. So the Craftsman set up the same way. It's like, oh man, this is going to be easy. Get to the point where I like enter in the item number. The computer comes back and says, that item is no longer available or whatever. Whatever they said. Which I think the DeWalt said that too, but they just, changed it to a different model number, and then there you go. But anyways, it's like, well, we're going to have a human come in and solve this riddle for you, so please hold. I'm like, all right, get your human in here. Human comes up, and it's here we're back on the subcontinent of India. I get like a female from India, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't sell that anymore, and we don't have anything like it, so I'm going to have to transfer you to Sears. And I was like, what? Like, why are you transferring me to Sears? Like, what is Sears going to do for me? Like, this is a Craftsman. Like, that's not a Sears problem. That's a Craftsman problem, I think. I mean, I don't know how the nuances of that contractual sale went. Whatever. But, despite my trying to explain to her how that was going to be a useless endeavor, the endeavor took place anyways. Like, so there I was, transferred to Sears, and like, God, the whole time's over there. I'm pretty sure I know why Sears is going under, because like, that was ridiculous. But anyways, finally, after like whatever amount of waiting on hold, I finally get through to a human, and I was like, this is kind of weird, but like, they sent me over here, and I don't know why. So, oh yeah, let me look. And she looks or whatever, they look. Let's give the dog some bacon. This is the dog's like sitting underneath my feet. Here, have a bacon. That's pretty good. Oh, I don't know if I can help you with that, but I'm going to transfer to somebody who can. I was like, you going to transfer me back to Craftsman? Oh, please. And I couldn't even say anything. Just back on hold. Transferred. Yep. They sent me right back exactly to where I started. And not even into like to talk to someone right away. It was just like, I dialed the number and I was at the main menu. I was like, what the fuck? So I went through all that goddamn shit show. Got all the way through the whole menu thing and all that crap. Ooh, that doesn't seem right. That egg is no good. What the fuck's that all about? I think that's a bad egg. Inside of that, yeah, that's not right. What's going on here? Inside of that eggshell was not the right color. And I sniffed it, it didn't smell good. We're getting this out of here. We're not eating this. This is not right. I don't think I've ever had a bad egg in my life that did not smell right. God damn it. I'm gonna try to get this off here without making a goddamn... I had some spare eggs that I threw in this container the other day that were kind of older eggs. I don't want to feed it to my dog either. God damn it. That was like, the inside of that shell was like yellow. Oh, Berto, come on now. Be careful, I'll serve you a stinky egg. I have to cook this egg all the way through to get it off the griddle. Oh, that fell. God damn it, I just spilled gross egg on the rug. I don't even know what to think right now. I've never had that happen before. It's super weird. It's freaking me out a little bit. Oh, please. First, I threw the eggshell in before I cracked it. I looked at it, looked weird, and then as I was going to throw it away, I sniffed it, and as I pulled my sniffer away, I realized it didn't smell right. It wasn't like rancid or anything, it just like smelled funky. Life is too short for that crap. We're gonna say the heat is gonna handle whatever. That one didn't smell bad. I never sniffed a goddamn egg before. Holy shit. Sorry, I got distracted there. So, Berta, I need you to move. Let's go to the other part. I gotta move my dog. Oh wait! Move, dog. There you go. Go be a dog over there. We'll cook you some eggs here in a second, man. So, where was I? Oh, I transferred back to Craftsman. Go through the whole thing. I'm trying to figure out how to get a hold of somebody, talk to somebody about it or whatever. One of the questions was like, did you buy it in the last 30 days? So this time I was like, well, let's pretend that we didn't buy it in the last 30 days, see what happens. And like, so I selected that. I think I said, I don't know. And it was like, oh, well, if you bought it the last 30 days, just take it back to where you bought it. Ha, thanks for calling. Hangs up. I'm like, oh, shit. That's the wrong answer. So then I try again. And finally, this time I get through to Kevin. Kevin's in India. And I don't know if there's anybody named Kevin that lives in India, but like, I've been told by people who work in the industry of telemarketing that on occasion they'll use a different name than their given name for whatever reason. I don't know. Anyway, my good friend Kevin, I kind of explained this to him. I was like, dude, like I called you guys, I got a hold of somebody, they transferred me to Sears, I talked to Sears, talked to somebody there, they transferred me back. I was like, what? I mean, come on now. What is this circus runaround? I mean, can you honor the warranty that you wrote, or is it null and void, or what's going on here? And he's like, oh, I'm happy to help you. I was like, great. I'm glad that you're happy to help me. But can you actually help me? Like, I appreciate the happiness, but like, can you actually help me do this? And I started looking into it. Lo and behold, what was crazy is like, because I already called once, I was already in the system for this tool, right? That's what blew me away. It's like, I already called in, I'm already in the system, and they already sent me away, and I've already come back, and I must all be on there. It's like, oh, you've been there and back? Oh, yeah, no. Turns out, sir, that item is no longer being manufactured. I was like, yeah, no, I learned that the first time I called you guys. Thanks for reminding me of that. So, what can we do here? Because, like, I don't know if I'm not a warranty lawyer. but I know that a warranty is a legal contract, and there's ramifications to them. So like, and the answer could have been, you know, like, sorry, sir, when we restructured, when we left Sears or whatever, we changed our name to Craftsman with a capital C or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Let's cook another egg. See if this one's yellow on the inside. Nope. That one's good. Oh, egg, don't do it! Don't do it! God damn it. Why you gotta be like that, egg? Why you gotta be like that? Ornery ass egg. So he's like, well, I don't make that anymore. I was like, well, you got the new version of it, or like, how does this work, bud? He's like, yeah, no, we don't even make combination squares anymore. And I was like, is that real? Like, I mean, I don't know how Craftsman did their shit. I don't know if they subcontracted it all, if they own the tools and die, but like, maybe their combination squares were lost leaders. I have no idea. I mean, this combination square is pretty old. It's made of all metal. You know, if they want it back, they can have it back and they can remelt. That's how they used to do it. It used to be you took your shit to Sears, you handed it over to them, they gave you a new one, and they just put all that shit in a pile, and then they melted it down, made more tools. Like, it didn't seem that complicated. It seemed like a pretty good system. So we're sitting there chatting away, and the guy's kind of like, yeah, I don't know what I could do for you, man, because, like, we're just at a loss here. And I was like, based on my rigid experience I had the other day, I said, well, I guess maybe if, like, you don't have a way to replace it, maybe you just, I don't know, refund me my money. And the guy was like, well, you have a receipt? And I was like, ooh, that's going to be a challenge. Like, because he was like, how much is it? I mean, what'd you pay for it? Is what he was basically asking me. I was like, shit, I don't know. It's been forever. I was like, I could probably try to, I could probably figure that out, because, like, it'd be in with my records, but I'd have to try to memorize what year this thing was bought, and then what month it was bought in. I finally said, that's not going to be easy to do. That's not going to be an easy thing for me to do, bud. Then I started thinking about it. I was like, wait a second. Aren't you guys owned by, like, Stanley Black & Decker? Like, that's who bought them. I was like, this is too complicated. I was like, can't you just, like, get me, just give me, like, a Stanley square? Like, I'd be okay with that. Stanley's got a lifetime warranty. I'm fine with that. I just need a tool that if it breaks, I just want to make a phone call and get a new one. Like, I don't want to, that's the whole point of what I'm doing here, dude. That's why I didn't buy a different brand tool. It's not that complicated. And he was like, oh, let me see if I can do that. Puts me on hold. Comes back, he's like, I think I can do that for you. And I was like, cool. He said, well, the only thing is, I gotta have a, try and get a piece of cheese real quick. Oh, please. He's like, can you send me a picture of the broken tool? And I was like, sure, I can do that. I mean, I don't have it on me right now, it's in the toolbox. And he's like, it's not gonna be very photogenic, it's just a slip square that pops out of the, so the next day, I was like, I'm going to have to email you tomorrow. So I took a photo, sent it to him. And in my haste, this is kind of funny. So I was like, dude wants a picture. I was like, I'll send him a picture. I took a picture real quick, sent it to him. And then later I realized the picture I took, I guess would be technically from the back side. So I didn't take a picture of the slip square that says Craftsman. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem. I'll probably have to send another goddamn picture. It's just a black slip square. I'm just like, God damn it. never ends. It's always something else. That one's for the dog. We'll give her a couple bites of this. Cut that up for her. This one's for me. So I think that's the extent of the warranty claims from the last couple of days. It's been a colossal pain in my ass. But when it's all said and done, I believe I'm getting... I don't know how big that check's going to be for the replacement, but I assume it's going to be over $100 because you can't buy pneumatic guns for less than... Yeah, I have no idea. Should be a new battery, a new charger, new leaf blower, new leaf blower kit, new tape measure, and a new slip square. Fingers crossed, hoping for the best. No guarantee of anything, I guess. As of this moment, only the works is for sure, because that company's run by someone who's in charge of like not being shitty at their job. So I've got correspondence and order confirmations and shipping labels. So that's encouraging. It's good to know that there's at least one company on the planet Earth that still isn't like a complete hack job, just ridiculous. I mean, whatever. What else say about them though? That the works, like, I don't know how to, the way they build their stuff, like I don't think, and I don't want to overstep my bounds here, but I don't think Works advertises itself as a professional grade tool company. I mean, I could be wrong there. Like, but what they make is homeowner tools that are easier to use than regular tools. That are like, they're more like, they design their stuff to be user friendly. Is that even a thing? Like, and like, I didn't realize how much actual product they sell. Like, I went through their catalog the other day when I was just like kind of waiting on hold, I guess. Birdie, you want to play the eggs? Come on. We'll give that to the dog. Come here, beastie. Come on, bird. Play. You want to play eggs? Come here. Your eggs. Ooh, she's trotting for that. She spilled her food. Yum yum. Have a plate of eggs, bacon, and toast. Delicious. It's better than a regular breakfast, isn't it? So, but I was like flipping through. Actually, this morning I was looking through their stuff again. They're actually making a lawn. I can't remember what it's called. Yard Droid, maybe. They're making a lawnmower that mows your yard autonomously. But they make a version that'll do an acre yard. It's like $3,000. This giant robot lawnmower. Unfortunately, they struggle on hills. They make everything. That website they have, they got bicycles, scooters. Looks as though they're really going into the battery powered cordless. They're really pushing that. So they have all this battery power stuff. I mean, anything you think of, they have a version of it. They have a battery powered glue gun, like a hot glue gun. I'm thinking, a hot glue gun, a cordless hot glue gun. Okay. Landroid mower. Yeah, that's a small one. The big one that does like an acre is like $3,500 or something. They got a whole bunch of different versions on it. I think the way they work is like they come out and they mow and they go back in. They just mow your yard nice and slowly. Yeah, there's one for $1,499. Yep. There's also one for like $3,500. It does a full acre. It's a way bigger machine. It's on the last page. But my yard's too much hills. And that's okay. All right, let's try another one of these mystery eggs. I'll turn the griddle off, but maybe there's enough heat to cook one more. Might have to turn that back on a little bit. I've never in my life ever had a smelly egg until today. That was weird. Don't like the cheddar cheese, huh, dog? All right, fair enough. C'est la vie, El Pucho. All right, how long have we been going for? 52 minutes. I'm trying to think whether amazingness has been going on in the old, I don't know. Rain. It's been rainy and cloudy for days. I need some sunshine to dry some shit out. I'm not charged the weather though. Got to use that hand planer the other day. That is a handy little tool to have. I didn't make a video because I was actually doing something. And I found out in life, sometimes when you're doing something, you just have to do it. And you can't make a goddamn video about it. Haven't found the big one. I think it was released in May of this year. When I was reading about it, it said pre-order now for the release date in May. Well, May was, a few months ago. I'm not sure exactly how they all the big one they said it uses a camera to see where to mow, and then you put like a magnetic thing down for a barrier so it doesn't go across, and it just mows. It just figures out where to mow. Just kind of like a robot vacuum. I mean, I was just going through by acres. I was like looking at the acres. Quarter acre, half acre. And then there was one that was like full acre. The full acre. But yeah, I mean, there's so much shit they sell a lot of stuff. I mean, the infomercials are always like leaf blowers and weed eaters or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think what the other thing they had. Oh, free string for your trimmer. You buy a weed eater and they give you free trimmer string. You just have to pay $9 shipping and handling, and they send you a bunch of these pre-wound string trimmer things, which, $9. If you ever want a string trimmer, it might be worth $9 to you if you're. I don't know how to Is it like they make products for people who are not necessarily 100% mechanically inclined. I guess that's what they do. Like they try to make it simple. Like they had a leaf blower vacuum thing. They still make it. Oops. Where like a lot of leaf blower vacuums, it's like you got the blower head. There's the input side and the output side, right? Like the air goes out, the air comes in. Well, a lot of them is like you put the tube on for the blower and you got a blower, and then you take the tube off and you put another tube on the intake, and then it's a vacuum. That's how most leaf blower mulcher things work. They actually made one where the sucking tube is here and the blowing tube is underneath it, and there's just a lever. So you're like, oh, I gotta blow some leaves. You slap the lever to here and it blows leaves. Oh, I want to suck some leaves. You slap the lever up and it sucks leaves. It's like, they just make it easy. I think I've got 2 leaf sucking leaf blowers at this point in my life. And I've never used them because I don't suck leaves up. I've always found that that's a good way to shorten the life of your leaf blower. I'm gonna give the dog a couple pieces of bacon real quick. Here, dog. I'm glad you spilled your food bowl, Berta. It makes my life so much easier. Silly little dog. I mean, whatever. So, like, it's getting close to being... It's the cool weather is upon us. We may have had our first frost. It was close. 20 minutes north here, I saw frost on the roofs, but I don't see any frost at my house. But which means it's the time of year where things start happening, and one of the things that happens at Elveshelves' house, because I mean, I realize this, even though I'm amazing and I build houses, I don't live in a new house. I live in an old shitty house that has a brand new, almost finished house attached to it. But I live in the old shitty part. And one of its many blessings is, for reasons I don't understand, there's all this uncovered crawl space that's just dirt. And the rodents have figured out how to build their little tunnels in. So, like, every year about now it's full hunting season in my house for rodents. So, like, I'm on the rodent kill path right now, just setting mouse traps, cleaning mouse traps. Just like, set a trap, dead mouse. It's like, I don't know how many I've killed so far. That one hasn't gone off. So it's mouse killing season. That's always fun. They come in when it's getting cool out, looking for a nice warm place for the winter. So I have to, you know, the dog ain't catching mice anymore, and the cat's gone, so he ain't catching no mice. It's all on me. It's always fun. Just rinse and repeat. Can you see up there? What is this light glaring all crazy for? Hey! Good looking little stackers. So anyways, I definitely need to take the garbage out. I haven't done that for a while. I'm trying to organize the house a little bit, you know, between phone calls, trying to do some laundry and stuff. I look around, it's like, doesn't even look like I did a thing. Worked inside the house for 2 solid days. You can't even tell I did anything. It's just like, ugh. But anyways, I think that's gonna be the end of this one. I'm gonna do some more laundry because my laundry had been piling up quite substantially, and maybe try to clean one room. I keep telling myself, let's just do one room. Just start in one room and get it perfect, and it's never gonna happen. So whatever, no big deal. I need to bring some firewood down too. That's the other thing I just realized. Like, I gotta get firewood chopped up. Damn it, never ends. Have a good day, week. Oh, I'm gonna try. Same to you. Same to you. If you missed the live stream and you watched the reload, have a good week. If you are here live and you're, yep, that too. I don't know. I'll get something done today. Can't just be on the internet all day long. Oh, dog, you gonna... Yep, there you go. Good dog. Knock it over. Okay. Peace! Have a good one.